between different works, between overarching themes that might connect different stories together. So we can always kind of reach deeper to dig deeper for more information. Okay, so now let's carry on. We read the paragraph chunk. This is kind of a strong method for our raw work. That's reading, analyzing, and writing. So we read the chunk, then we stop. Then we think about it. Then we create our notes. Then we do our analysis of them. The ancient wizard of the forest had carved that last stump into an empty door frame and painted it red. Red was the paint, and red has been his dry-eyed eyes as he wept for the demolished pine forest. Wow, powerful. The doorframe was empty, with no door and no house to surround it. It seemed out of place standing lonely on the top of the gnarled, dusty hill. Wow, okay, so this is huge, right? So we've got a character here, so that's one we should note. And then I'm going to put a marker here, and there's a couple of things we could choose to talk about. The carving of the door, the repetition of the word red, the fact that it's an empty door connected to no house, right? That's kind of intense, right? So we got red, red, red 3 times there. Wept, demolished pine forest. The door frame was empty with no door, no house surrounding it. I think that's relevant. We could call that a conflict, right? It seemed out of place, standing lonely on top of the gnarled, dusty hill. Across the lintel, the wizard had painted 7 forlorn words. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, fools. Like a warning, like a curse. Okay, so then we've got 6. We're going to do 7 down here. So there's a lot there, actually, and we could be selective about what we choose to analyze. The key point here is you're going to have to write about it later. So you want to pick the images and the devices that you understand best and that you think are most centrally connected to what the author is trying to show with the story. But let's go here. So we go beta, we go character, forest, wizard. And so you can see that you don't have to be like super triple comprehensive about every single note you make. You're kind of showing me that you have the skill. That's what you're getting points for in the reading. But again, it's a balancing, it's a management of time between showing the skill, being insightful, and then doing it in a way that is speedy enough so that you still leave time to complete the rest of the test, right? So then we can say, we would say, let's do A, and we'll say refrain. So red is repeated several times. Then 6, what do we got? No house, no door surrounding it. So this would be, we could call this conflict, right? We could call this irony, right? Or we could call this tone, or even theme. So you can see that like there's no set hard and fast rule about what aspect or what window something will fit into. It can sometimes be playing on multiple levels at once. And if you note that, then again, you're moving into a deeper level of your analysis, digging to level 2 or even level 3. The door had no house. This is both. This shows irony, conflict, and creates a sad tone to the story. Okay, good. And then 7, like a warning, like a curse. What device do we have there? Like a warning, like a curse. If you said simile, you're right. There are 2 similes here that indirectly compare the empty door to cautions, right? So that's clear to see. So now we go back, and once again, we'll just grab and do our color code. So I kind of think this is the right time, like the order of operation. This is what I think is powerful, is kind of doing it like this, where you're being deliberate about it. Good. Yeah. lots here, right? Lots to write about. Good. And so you can see that indeed you have to be on point, you have to be switched on, coming with good sleep, full belly, and kind of ready to work. So then we go back and we just do the connective color coding into the story, right? Red. So this is refrain, and red was the paint. Red had been his dryad eyes. So that's all good. And then the door frame, empty with no door. I'm gonna say this is kind of that's an irony piece. There's something here, right? We could write about this. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. That's actually a line from a famous poem. So there's some sort of a deeper literary connection there. So if we wanted to go to like our level 3 analysis, we could look up what that poem is and then draw the connection the author's making there. But I think we've got enough to work with as things are. So this is an example of how to do your writing notes. I talked a little bit about the order of operations, kind of what you should do first, kind of your method of reading, stopping, asking questions, then you build your notes, then you do the color coding, connecting. The numbers and the colors should draw out your thinking process and make it clear which notes connect to which parts of the text, and then you include analysis as you're talking, kind of having that self-discussion piece like I was doing here today. So I'm going to stop there. You can see there's still 2 more paragraphs for you guys to work with that are unchanged or unaffected. And I'll stop the video